Okay, well it's the beginning of the film. I'm outside the first cemetery in Athens. But look, it's very warm. It's exceptionally warm. Probably about 28 degrees today. That's the entrance over there. And just getting a parking ticket for there. If you get 2 hours, it's €2. But if you want 3 hours, it's 6. That's a laugh, isn't it? So you've got to come out and get another one later on. So Demis Roussos is in there. Somewhere on the left hand side. Yeah. You missed it. I love the pippin. If you do this tiny little movement wrong, I think what it is, to be honest, behind all this is there's a certain amount of stress in this country which we don't have so much of in England. So they're all very angst. You know, they pip their arm at the slightest thing. They're more polite than Corinth, but they're not as polite as English, and they love pipping. Yeah. So I'm heading to the main entrance of this first, called the first cemetery in Athens. So spin it around so you can see. There is some famous Greek people here, but we don't know them in the UK. So I will have a look at one of Demis Roussos. It's a pretty big place, but I do know where he is, approximately. Nice entrance. That's the cat, that's the guard cat, that. If you don't like it, you can't come in. Very nice. Yeah, lovely day as well, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, there must be business people or rich people, obviously. A lot of trees, that's your problem. The trees are where the Mozzies are, I think. Oh, that's like an Egyptian one, look. Yeah. Well, no, it didn't really, but it looks like you've got sphinxes at first, doesn't it? Right. Just look at this. Good God, look at the cats. You seen them? There's loads of them, isn't there? Wow. Never seen so many cats, look. You see them all? What it is, we've come out. Look, there's cats everywhere. We've come out, but we've got to go back in and up the side of the cemetery. Wow, look at them all. It's over there, but we couldn't get in. We went to a basketball place. We couldn't get in, so it's bloody hot. I'm going to head down this way. We've got a chap down there who's going to take us to the Demis Roussos thing. So, bit tricky to find, but we're getting there.
Your destination is on the right.
Shut up.
On a serious note, tell us about the hijacking. That must have been just the most horrendous thing to happen.
Well, yeah, at the moment it is, you know. I mean, actually it's very funny because I was in Australia, right? And at the moment it is something you feel weird, you know, strange.
What year was that?
In 85. That's the last time I was in Australia. But, you know, after many years...
Pardon me, was that your caftan hanging out there?
Yes, I lent it to him.
You look a little distressed there, and of course that would be the understatement.
Well, you would be like this.
Well, of course I would. Of course I would.
Anybody would be like this. Anyway, but I mean, after that you feel, with the time passing, you feel it's a good experience. I mean, it's an interesting experience.
Not that you'd choose to go through it, but it happened.
No, of course you don't choose that.
Right.
But after, you know, after many years, when the time passes, you realize that it is an experience in life to go near death.
And how long were you hijacked for? How long were you imprisoned?
Well, I was not really in prison, you see. I was in a house.
Yeah, but I mean basically.
Yeah, basically like in prison. Well, not long. They couldn't afford me because I was eating too much.
You're eating them out of house and home, were you? So how did you keep your mind together? How did you keep your mind together?
Well, I can do that. I can do that.
So we're heading down now. He's guiding us there, which is nice.
Demis, you travel the world, and I mean it's obvious that you have a lot of fun at what you do. When you started out, did you ever realise you were going to become the Grecian delight that you? I mean, everyone is madly in love
How
with
did you call me? The Grecian delight.
The Grecian delight, you know,
Oh,
I
it's
mean...
wonderful. Nobody called me yet.
Oh, make you sound like an old urn, don't I? But I mean, the Grecian, I mean by that, all of the Greek girls love you and Australian girls love you. And...
Yeah, I'm very glad. I've been doing this for the last 30 years, you know. But I reached a point that I do things the way I like to do them, and, you know. A lot of artists, most of the artists, you know, at the beginning of their career, they just have to follow certain rules and do things, you know, they are told. You know.
Yes.
And then when you reach a point that you do things only when you decide to do them, it's even better.
Right.
It's even better.
Have a little
This is
sip,
what
of
the Nescafe.
Yeah. No, actually, it really is. It's...
Okay, so I've finally got luckily that chap led me, because it's quite hot there and it's very difficult to find it, but Demis Roussos is very close by now. And the thing about this chap is that he nailed it on the head, because what he said was that it was the timing that made him successful. It's always the timing, isn't it? You know, it's like Elvis was there at the end of the 50s when the kids wanted their own music, and he was the first sexy looking guy that delivered all the goods. You know, it's hard to believe that maybe another Elvis might have. You know, if it's timing. And the Beatles came along with the TV. You know, the TV was pushing it out on all these programs, and they were the first big boys. So it's always the timing that does it. And Demis said that in the I think it was the 70s, the cheap flights to the Mediterranean countries were coming along, and he was there. He was the famous one. We like the Mediterranean sound, and he was clever. He didn't sing in Greek, because he realised that if he sang in Greek, it wouldn't hit the big market. It needed to be to the Europeans, and it needed to be in English. I watched some interviews. It said he sold 10 to 15 million records, but I then read on Wikipedia he sold 60 million records. 60 million. So I mean, he really wasn't marketing to the Greek. He had a home near Athens, about 20 kilometres away, but he lived a lot of his time in France. And then he later on he realised the money was in New York and London, so he went to New York and London. I'm watching for mosquitoes. So he marketed to that market, you see. So I'm going to spin you around so you can see the location where we are. We're right at the top of the first cemetery in Athens, and this is the section for all the celebrities, basically. Yeah. So well, at his concerts, it were mostly not Greek people, because if he'd have marketed the Greek songs to the Greek people, it would never have been mega successful. But of course he had that wonderfully high-pitched voice, and he had songs which were Forever and Ever. That's the one everybody thinks of, isn't it? And then of course My Friend the Wind. Yeah. And if you're wondering, wind doesn't mean what it means in England. They have a different word for it here. It's nothing to do with the diet. But no, it's a lovely song actually. It really is. So I'm going to spin it around. And I'll just say one thing about Demis. He was a very nice guy. If you ever get a chance, Google him, put in Bert. I've forgotten the surname, it's a comedian. He did a wonderful impersonation of Demis. And he did this high-pitched voice. And when he did that recording, Demis had been in the building, and he recorded an imitation of him with the wig on and the dark beard. And he did the song, and then he thought Demis Roussos had gone. But he hadn't, he was still there, so he came in and bounced him off the stage. But it was very funny, this comedian called Bert had him off. And he did the forever and ever, you'll be the one, you know. Tight on the pants, yeah. And he did that impersonation, but it was good. It was really good. And Demis liked it and laughed. Demis Roussos, a Greek singer, songwriter and musician. As a band member, he's best remembered for his work in the progressive rock music act Aphrodite's Child. But as a vocalist soloist, his repertoire included songs like Goodbye My Love, Goodbye, From Souvenirs to Souvenirs, and the big hit Forever and Ever. Roussos was born and raised in Alexandria, Egypt, in a Greek family. His father, George, pronounced Yorgos Roussos, was a classic guitarist and engineer, and his mother, Olga, participated with her husband in an amateur theatrical Greek group in Alexandria. As a child, Roussos studied music and joined the Greek church Byzantis choir in Alexandria. His formative years in the ancient port city's cosmopolitan atmosphere were influenced by jazz, but also traditional Arabic and Greek Orthodox music. His parents lost their possessions during the Suez crisis and consequently decided to move back to Greece. Roussos became a wider audience in 1967 and joined progressive rock band Aphrodite's Child with Vangelis and Sidrus. Initially as a singer but later also playing bass guitar, they achieved commercial success in France and other parts of Europe from 1968. They set off for London to break into the international music scene but were turned back at Dover due to visa problems. They retreated to Paris where they decided to stay and signed a record deal with Philips Records. After Aphrodite's Child disbanded, Roussos continued to record sporadically with his former band member Vangelis. In 1970, the two released a film score album, Sex Power. The album also has been credited to Aphrodite's Child, but later they recorded in 1977 the album Magic together. Their most successful collaboration was Race to the End. In 1973, Roussos made one of his earliest television appearances in the Basil Brush Show and also appeared in Nana Muscori's TV show in the UK. In 1978, his only disco hit, titled Love, Got to Hold Me, and in 1980 he had a hit with the cover of Air Supply's Lost in Love, sung in a duet with Florence Warner. Roussos also began a solo career with the song We Shall Dance in 1971, which was a top 10 hit in both the Netherlands and Belgium. Initially successful, he toured around Europe and became a leading artist. His solo career peaked in the 1970s with several hit albums. His hit single Forever and Ever topped the charts in several countries in 1973. It was a number one in the UK singles chart in 1976. Roussos struggled with his weight, and in June 1980 he weighed 147 kilograms, that's 23 stone or 324 pounds. He began a diet in which he lost 50 kilograms, which is 8 stone or 110 pounds, in 10 months. In 1982 he co-wrote a book with photographer Veronika Skowalska in which he dealt candidly with his struggles with obesity. Roussos married 3 times or possibly 4. His daughter Emily with his first wife Monique, his second wife Dominic, had a son Cyril. Both of Ross's children were musicians. His third wife, the American model Pamela Smith, was with him during the 1985 TWA plane hijacking incident. His fourth wife and last wife, Parisian named Maria. Roussos died on the morning of the 25th of January 2015 from stomach cancer, pancreatic cancer and liver cancer, while hospitalised at Yehegia Hospital in Athens, Greece. His death was confirmed later that day by friend, the journalist Nikos Alagrias, who tweeted the news on the 26th of January 2015 in both Greek and French. His death was also confirmed later on the same day by his daughter, who spoke to the Greek and French media. Fellow Greek singer Nana Muscori paid tribute to Roussos on the French radio station RTL, saying he had a superb voice, he travelled the world, he loved what he was doing, he was an artist and a friend. I hope he's in a better world.
He was a nice guy. He said he often wanted to sing to Iraqi hospitals where the children were, you know, to help them. Look, I'm just going to show you very nice graves here, very high class. And we're going to come round now because I'm coming to the location where we've got him, and here he is coming up. That's the main road there, by the way, so we're very close to the main road. This is Demis Roussos' grave. Probably, I would think, the biggest artist. No, I mean that I didn't mean it as a pun at all, because he did exceptionally well to lose weight. He wrote his own book about dieting, which I'm interested in. I don't know why. Hello, Demis! Forever and ever. You and Nana Muscori. Wonderful. It's nice, isn't it? He's got quite a bit going on with the fans, look. That's sweet, isn't it? Nice picture of him there. He's a nice guy. I watched a few interviews about him. There we are, look.
Yeah, it's lovely. Nice picture of him down there, look, as well. Looking studious. So forever and ever, Dennis, you'll be in our hearts. You'll be the one. There we are. Thank you, Dennis. It's nice for the picture, isn't it, whoever put that there. Lovely. Really, what we kind of need, it's a very quiet spot this, there's nobody around. But we could do with a Greekie really to interpret the Greek, couldn't we? But it's always difficult to find a Greekie when you want one. Oh God, there's a Greekie, look. Hello Greekie.
Γεια σας.
Γεια σας. Γεια σας.
Είμαστε εδώ στην όμορφη Ελλάδα.
That is what I was thinking.
Και παρουσιάζουμε τον Ντέμι Ρούσο.
Exactly. So you say hello.
Είναι, ήταν και είναι και θα είναι ένας από τους πιο διεθνείς και υπέροχους ανθρώπους καλλιτέχνης.
Exactly. Couldn't have put that better myself. And do you want to read a little bit at the top there? Is that his name? Look.
Αρτέμιος Βεντούρης-Ρούσσος.
So that's it in Greek, obviously.
Exactly.
Has he got a middle name then?
Demis Roussos.
Yeah.
Demis is the short name from Artemios.
Right. Okay. So there we are.
His
Right.
first name.
Are you ready now? Now, Rina's been practicing. She's doing a version of My Friend the Wind. No. Forever and ever then.
His famous song, Ever, Forever and Ever.
Yeah, that.
After My Friend Wind. All his songs
Yeah.
are very famous and popular.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Yeah. But the chap who led us here, I just got to say, the guy that brought us to the location, who was Greek, he came from the same village, didn't he?
From Egypt, because he's born in Egypt, Alexandria, in Egypt.
Alexandra, yeah.
From his Greek parents.
And he said that nearly everybody who comes to visit the grave is not in Greek, not Greek actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From all over the world. From Greece.
Not so much. Not so much, no.
Not so much.
So, you know, I mean, that's why he was so big an artist. We know, remember him in the 70s and 80s, don't we, Nana Muscuri? So, yeah, it's a good, very unique voice, didn't he? Extremely. Hello. Hello. Hey. There we are. It's got some fans have left some things there, look. And a little bit down there. What does that say down there, Raina? On that little plaque thing.
It's Italian.
Oh, is it?
Si sta una gigante della musica. Si hai fatto Grecia. Oh, it's Italian, meaning.
Italian, eh? Okay.
Say that you was a giant musician.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice headstone as well, look. Yeah. Yeah.
They came from Italy, from...
Who is this guy down here? Do you know then? Do you know this chap? He's very well known, look. Him.
yes. Very
Yeah.
well-known
Yeah.
artist.
Right, I'm going to spin it.
Singer. Greek
Yeah, I've
singer.
seen him. He's a very well known Greek singer, look. What's his name?
Dimitris Mitropanos.
There we are. Very well known, but only in Greece. But there we are. Have a little pan round. This is the other famous singer. There we are. And we come down. So, this chap here looked very wealthy. Look at that. He did polo, had his yacht.
Very, very famous.
Look at that. She's only a young girl there. Wow. Who's that?
Very famous.
There? Which one?
This.
This one? Oh, right, okay. 1990. What was it called?
Stratos Dionysiou.
There we are. That's another one then. Yeah. I think they're all artists here, aren't they? Yeah.
It's the artist section.
Artist section, you see, look. Yeah. That's it. Get an overview and then. So, that was Demis Roussos, and a very clever guy. Did a really good job for projecting Greek and, you know, even Nana Muscuri, but it was clever. He realised that it should appeal to all the people. So, very smart guy. So, from this lovely day in November, I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. You don't have to have sun, but it helps, doesn't it? But remember, use this up here That's ours. Nobody can control us. We're in charge of our own destiny, aren't we? And whatever people try and make us do, we don't have to do. We can make our own decision. I always take my time now and think, do I really want to do that? What they've suggested to me? No, other people have their own opinions. You do what's right for you and nobody else. That's the answer to it all. And always think that, whatever's going on. Thank you for watching today, and don't forget to subscribe and ding that bell if you want to see future films. And make sure you have a lovely day, because it's entirely up to you, nobody else. Nobody can spoil it if you don't let them. And don't forget my 2 new channels, Your Parking Films, and also I've got a new one called Al's Your Pal. I know it's catchy, but it's on YouTube, and that's my new one. So go and check it out. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye from me, Alan.